kind of last minute video, not so much late at night here in Japan, but we got, you know what it is, Curry Ninja MMA over here talking about UFC Fight Night, Blaydes versus Daukaus. Let's get into it. This is a full card breakdown. Haven't done one of these in a while. I'm just going to give you my straight out picks. It's going to be short, sweet. All right, listen, I'm going to keep it that way, or try to keep it that way, I should say. We're talking about Saldana versus Souza, the first fight on the card. Gonna be straight with you, not betting this fight. Kind of going back and forth on them. Souza's the favorite. I'm kind of siding with him, to be quite frank with you. You might be want a dog or pass for you, but I am not really highly invested in this fight. I think it's gonna be a fun one to watch for me as a fan, but not betting it. Stats wise, you almost kind of have to lean towards Saldana, and him being the slight underdog maybe gives you get that plus money, that plus 100. But like I said, staying away from it, and I think I'm leaning Souza, to be quite frank with you, but not playing it. Next one, boom, kind of more of the same. Nicolau versus Dvorak. Liking both these guys. Gonna be a fun one. Actually, I think the overs in this are gonna be really good. Shout out to my boy Brasco Betts. He's favoring Dvorak on this, but I personally am I'm kind of going back and forth on it. I think it's gonna be a banger. I do think that the overs in this could be good. I heard like maybe going inside distance, but to be quite frank, I think the over could be good. I think over 1.5 or over 2.5 if you have it could be a good bet to maybe add to a little parlay, a short little parlay. If I'm gonna bet it, I'll probably go that route, or maybe, like I said, yeah. If you're high, if you rewatch the tape, you're high on Dvorak yourself, I would say yeah, go for it. It's just about, like I said, you're gonna have to like watch the tape, and you're gonna have to decide for yourself who you're gonna go for, because I think this is kind of quite evenly matched. But like I said, I think that if you're gonna play this, I think the over would be really nice if you have it available. Going on next, Fiorot versus Maia versus Fiorot. I've been high on Fiorot for a long time. I think even back I did a video on her. If you look back at my channel, just really high on her. Look, I'm minus 440 in women's MMA. I get it, but look, Fiorot striking legit. I understand maybe she can get counted. Maybe she stays in the pocket a little too much. She's going to start, but a lot of good volume. Just on the feet, this is going to be Fiorot all day. Maia's only hope is going to be grappling, but she's not going to be, I'm not quite sure how much success she's going to have doing so. I personally think Fiorot's going to get the unanimous decision. I'm sure everyone's pretty much betting her. Is anyone betting Maia? Maybe if you just want to sprinkle a little bit on there, just like to almost kind of hedge, just because women's MMA, you never know. But I mean, the pick on here, I'm sorry, it's got to be Fiorot all day. You can look at the money line and add it to a parlay. I'm sure everyone's doing that, but if you look at the added value, I mean, you have to ask yourself, okay, look at the value. You can put that in. You can Google it if you want, right? Bet, implied odds value, and just see if you actually agree with that. I think, I'm sorry, but I can't go with my on this. Sprinkle on to hedge if you want, but I think Fiorot's a nice little parlay piece. And speaking of which, again, oh my God, Kuzriev. Hopefully you got him early in the week or something, Tilulun. That's a name. It's so hard as even the announcers kind of say it different. Yeah, this one, I mean, look, he's a huge favorite for a reason. I'm high on him as well. I think, Explosive has a power. He'll take you down as well. Tilulun, he has a power in his hands, and he'll go for, he'll swing and bang, and, just kind of comes forward. But I think this, stylistically, this is going to play in the hands of Kuzriev, and I think he's going to get it done. I think he's a good parlay piece, but like I said, that is a steamed line, man. I'm not sure what you can do with it now, but maybe it's sprinkled on there. I think inside the distance would be a good one if you want to play this. Really favoring that, because look, during the way he throws, he's either, if you want him, like, he's going to be lucky to, get Kuzriev out of there. I think inside the distance is a safe way to go. Or if you're already high on Kuzriev within a parlay, I think maybe Tulin by knockout or something, sprinkle on that. Or hell, even on money line, look at that plus 550. I mean, might as well do that. But like I said, yeah, Kuzriev is a pick here for sure. Gutierrez versus Dana is a very interesting matchup. I see a lot of love coming on Gutierrez, even though he's an underdog, a slight underdog. But I really actually, and I like Gutierrez. But I've heard that he is coming on short notice. Sorry, he has a very kick-heavy game. Really like his style. He'll have the hands down, and he'll kind of look to land with speed up top. But you'll see him. He kind of wants to land with leg kicks a lot, and create distance and have that spinning back kick. If you pressure him, he'll kind of move his head back. He kind of uses his movement out of the way. He doesn't really have a high guard. As far as defensively, his hands are not really up that much. I think Dana, stylistically, I have to favor Dana in this. I get why he's the favorite. He comes forward with power. He could be susceptible. Sorry, it's kind of late at night, kind of fumbling here, but hopefully my allergies aren't messing me up too much. But anyway, I think Dana, he is prone to getting leg kicked, but I think up top, and he's going to have the more significant shots landed. I think even if it goes to the judges, I think the judges might have to score the forward pressure from Dana. I think coming forward, he's looked really great. I think stylistically, like I said, you're gonna have this kicker versus a boxer, and I think the heavy-handed approach from Dana is gonna be is really gonna favor him. So I would lean Dana. I gotta lean Dana on this. Maybe straight money line. I'm not quite sure if it's worth a parlay though. I like Gutierrez, but I'm not quite sure if we should see a knockout. I'm hearing people talk about the overs, but I would say the line's not still juiced to where you'd have to take the underdog in Gutierrez. I personally I'm picking Dana. That's my pick. Going on, McMahon versus Rosa. Look, Rosa's a nice little parlay piece in a way, but like this women's MMA, and I'm not like super high on Rosa, but McMahon, it's more of like a fade on McMahon. And McMahon is up at that age, and he's got the wrestling and doing well, but I don't feel like she's so dangerous. We could see like a sloppy fight where maybe she wins a split decision, but in this match, I gotta go for Rosa in this. It's kind of more of a fade on McMahon. No offense. These are all warriors. Like, I respect everyone here. Tough lady, but look, when you're coming up, you're trying to fight in the UFC, you're trying to stay relevant in the UFC. It's tough matchups, man. I gotta go with Rosa on this. I would say she probably gets a decision, obviously. That's probably the most safe bet. Another one people are like really favoring, Magny versus Griffin. Look, I got to go with Magny as well. The favorite for a reason. I like Griffin and all that, but it's like Magny, I just feel is kind of like the overall better MMA fighter, striking wise and takedown wise. You have to be some guy. You have to be this top creme de la creme that's really gonna take him down, hold him there, or very elite striking. I think it's gonna be a really fun matchup. I do think this goes over 1.5. I think that'd be a nice bet if you have it available. I think Magny by decision or maybe KO. So, but yeah, I'd say moneyline Magny, nice little parlay piece. I guess, like I said, I like Griffin, but stylistically, I think just Magny. He can grind out a win. Get him against the cage, kind of bully him there. Maybe go for his little takedowns here, mix him in, and just have that kind of nice little point fighting style. Keep him at range with his. It's interesting. He's got the 80-inch reach. 6'3". Had the. Come on now. It's just, he just overall, I think, has the certain, he has that kind of physical ability. These kind of advantages, that reach is going to help him a lot. That reach and height is going to help him a lot with his overall MMA skills. Now we're going to move on with Daukaus versus Borshev. A lot of hype on Borshev. And I got to go for Borshev on this. Look, I think Daukaus, like, he's got that Muay Thai style, is really good, but coming in, kind of looking drained. Look, Borshev, Mr. Slava Klaus over here, really hyped up. A lot of kickboxing experience. Nice liver shot, as we see. Really goes up there, and he can get hit as well. I think it's gonna be a nice back and forth. But I do think Borshev is gonna be landing the more significant strikes, more impactful. I got to go with Borshev here, and of course, working at Team Alpha Male is gonna help him with the takedown offense as well. But I do. Obviously, it's gonna be I think a standing match. I think Daukaus is not really going to be able to. Maybe he can mix in some takedowns, with his Muay Thai, but I don't really see him being very successful keeping him down. And Daukaus can be landing that nice Muay Thai once to get in there. I go with low kicks, but I think Borshev's going to go up to the body, going to be land with some significant power, and I think he could either get him out of there or maybe win an overall decision. But to be quite frank with you, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets him out of there. With the way he lands, I think Borshev maybe sprinkled by to not go the distance. Maybe by finish would be nice, but my line is fine too. I'm going for Borshev. Latifi versus Olenek is a very interesting fight. It's kind of weird. People kind of high on or confident in Latifi. I'm not really impressed with Latifi. I think both these guys, not the biggest of heavyweights. But Latifi says he's liking staying at heavyweight. He doesn't like to make that cut down. He says like maybe once a year. If you see that little interview with him, maybe once a year is fine. But if you do it more than once a year, it's going to damage your body. Meaning that he's just a very kind of a stocky guy. So I get why he's being at heavyweight. But look, Latifi, like he's either going to win a decision here or Olenek's going to get a sub. I would say, to be honest with you, I'm not really too high on playing this matchup, but I think sprinkling Olenek by sub if you have it. Maybe sprinkle, Olenek by sub. I think that's nice if you get some nice value in that, because that's either he's going to sub him, or we're going to see kind of a sloppy fight where Latifi's just going to score on the cards. Maybe try to use some wrestling in there, try to use some, just kind of pressure him a little bit more. Like that, not the crispest or crisp. What the hell am I trying to say here? Not the most fluid of boxing and movement, and the striking. He wants to get you down, so and he wants to pull guard. So if Latifi tries to take him down, maybe he'll pull guard, maybe look for a sub there. But you got power. These guys are big boys. Throw him with power. You never know what happens. But like I said, I think sprinkle maybe Olenek by sub. But not too keen on betting this one. Askarov versus Kai Kara-France. I mean, I got to go for Askarov here. I think everyone is. He's the favorite for a reason. Look, that's huge though, man. It's 400. And I was thinking, looking at the odds, I remember when it was a little less juice. I thought, does Askarov win this 80% of the time? And I thought, talking to other people too, I think, a lot of people are high on him for a reason. I mean, look, Kai Kara-France, man. Yeah, he's very quick. He comes in there. He's good at really closing distance. But Askarov, I think, is just overall really good. He's going to have good striking, mixing with the wrestling. I think he can mix it up too. It'd be nice. I think he could easily get a decision, but I think almost in the distance, maybe Askarov by sub if you want to sprinkle on that, be nice too. But if Kai Kara-France wins this, could you see him winning on decision? It could happen, but I don't really see that going though. If it goes to decision, I have to favor Askarov. I think maybe mixing takedowns, having nice striking in there. Sorry, excuse me. But maybe if Kai Kara-France wins it, it's got to be like maybe like just land some kind of heavy shot on him, closing the distance. But I think Askarov. If you are so undecided on this for some reason, maybe if you're thinking, oh no, Askarov either gets maybe subs him or maybe Kai Kara-France knocks him out. Maybe if you want to go inside the distance, but to be quite frank with you, I'm picking Askarov, right? I'm going Brown versus Barberina. Very interesting fight. I mean, look, the pick is Brown. I'm going for Brown. He's just like overall just a better fighter. But look, at this stage in his career, Barberina is very tough and very durable, as we know. But he's not like and he can crack. He'll throw a lot of has a lot of output. But with Brown, maybe we even could see a knockout. But I don't really. I see Brown being the slicker striker. I think this is going to be mostly a kickboxing match. Brown will probably use his little Muay Thai in there. Use his elbows, trying to clinch up with him. And I think he's just like the overall better fighter. But Father Time is undefeated, so it's kind of tough to go with this. I wouldn't be too high on putting Brown in a bunch of parlays. But if you want to put a Hail Mary, I think if you just want to pick a lot of people you have to lean on. I mean, I think maybe Brown, put him in there, but. Like I said, the pick is Brown here. Not, I could see. He just, like I said, that's my pick. I'm not too crazy about betting it, but maybe you could put him in a little Hail Mary parlay if you want to put that. But Wood versus Grosso over here. I got to go for Grosso here. I got to fade Wood. Grosso, for sure. Like your last women's MMA, like I said, you don't want to go with too many favors, but you know what? No, actually, you know what? No, F that. I got to go with the Grosso here. I think. Go for it. I think it's a nice little parlay piece in there too. Don't go too crazy, but definitely worth a Hail Mary or even like a few leg parlay. Grosso for sure. I think this goes over. I could see her getting a unanimous decision. That's how I'd bet it. And going up to the main event, fight Blaydes versus Daukaus. Look, we're all on Blaydes, right? I got to go for him. Look, Daukaus. It's what's been said. Look, he's not like. He could lose that flap and go down to light heavyweight. What he likes is having that kind of speed. And it's kind of like reminds me of Bozer in that they're guys that they're kind of blown up light heavyweights so that to make heavyweight, and they kind of use their speed. They're happy to go up to so they can use their speed. They don't have to really cut any weight. But I think look, if Daukaus is going to win this, it's going to have to be in the first round or something. He's going to try to go with a barrage and catch Blaydes being sloppy, because it does Blaydes. Kind of with his takedowns, he does kind of get a bit sloppy, and his striking has gotten better. But again, they can get chinned, obviously. But I think Blaydes is he's going to be the much bigger, more physically imposing guy. He also obviously has a wrestling advantage here. I think Blaydes, if as long as he doesn't get caught with something in the first round, he can kind of use a striking. He's heavy-handed as himself, right? He can just kind of try to get a little wild, enforce his will on Daukaus, and then. Once it closes the distance, just shoot for that fucking double leg as he does. Gets him down and start landing ground and pound. I could see this going. It's a heavyweight fight as well, so I could see it going inside the distance. If you want to, I don't know, maybe if you feel worried about betting on Blaydes, maybe you could just put inside the distance, because either he's going to get him and ground and pound him, or Doc's is going to win inside the distance in the first round. Have to get him out there, starch him or something. But yeah, that's what I would go for. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in Blaydes. I would say he's a good parlay piece. But like I said, if you want to be quote unquote safer, maybe if you're just not liking that pick, maybe if you want to go for inside distance, that's fine too. But yeah, that's my whole little breakdown here, short and sweet. Kind of. Just please let me know what you guys are thinking about these bets, what you are personally betting if you are. And yeah, like and subscribe, man. Don't forget that. It just helps me to keep making these videos out. Hopefully I'll just get more stuff out, a little more polished. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Peace.